They see the field. There was a championship game between San Francisco 49ers and
Still working as usual. You know
the Dallas Cowboys. And blue.
Let me get to my dining game. Trying to get all this detail stuff done so I can start showing y'all the game instead of just, you know what I mean?
Championship games.
Creating folders and shit.
In the stadium. When I'm on stage,
that's why I mapped it out so it can be a little quicker process.
I see who's walking up on the exit row. I see the cop in the back. I see the security person saw that person to move. I see the usher telling the people to move their seats. If you're in the wrong seat, can you see the whole venue? That's when you know you're on top of your game. You got to see everything, not just the small spot. When you're in television, and you have never felt it yet, you will one day. That's when you know you've arrived. When everything opens up and you see everything in the motherfucking stadium. Unbelievable feeling. That's like I'm on this tour and I see it. I want to get loose so motherfucking bad because I'm used to doing the rap stuff, you know? And I remember Jay-Z and all of us on the Hard Knock Life tour. And what blew everybody away was when we got to LA, Grape Street Crips, Blood had the first 19 rows. And I had them niggas in the palm of my motherfucking hand. And that blew their mind.
Richmond, Virginia. I am on the way back. Look, I will be at the Thunderdome on May 31st. So, you know, that's a few weeks from right now. So the tickets are already on sale. On ahead and get them. They're on 85southshow.com or thefunderdome.com. Go ahead and grab them. Me, Sunday, May 31st, just on right here. Yes, I'm going to do my 600-pound life. Do not ask me to come in. Just don't get the ticket. They don't say that. Thunderdome. May 31st, Richmond. Thunderdome. May 31st, Richmond, Virginia. Thunderdome.
Somebody like was Cleopatra busted. Like, I don't think. Because, you know, she had, you know, Caesar going crazy. She had Mark Anthony going crazy. Mm-hmm. I don't think it was no funk on it.
Yeah, then we didn't know what funk was.
And then they knew how to take care of shit better. They was using real shit. They wasn't using chemicals. Mm-hmm. Frankincense and myrrh. You know what I'm saying?
Frankincense really didn't have the best smell.
Well, it got the smell of alcohol.
Yeah.
Some shit was the smell not like how you smell.
Yeah, that's true.
Get that shit up alcohol. Women that got away from natural shit used to be lead to smell good. Men, that's a leaf. A lot of motherfuckers don't know that's a leaf.
Eucalyptus.
Motherfuckers don't know men a leaf. They think it only come in gum or hard. Candy.
He said it was. That's what.
You can't.
I used to do this with them.
Man, yeah. This smell like cinnamon and
that's why if you see pictures, the leaf would be there.
Yeah, you put that wrong leaf.
Shit, I'm thinking about doing the boss. 1, 2, 3.
They put poison ivy on this boy.
That's cool.
I have 3. So 3
that's
types
the effect I had on the world. You know? So this shows like this to get to, now I get to share my stories and tell people things that they never knew, you know? Because it's a history that would have been swept under the rug if we could have never discussed it.
Just listening to you, you've been all through America. You give a lot of game. What city would you say you got the most game out of all the travels that you've been to?
I would say all of them, because I had hustlers in Chicago. You know,
enemy spy.
We talk about, I read in 1991, this is for Cash App and all this shit. So my niggas had cash. And my man, Barcelona, we gambling in Vegas. Barcelona had so much bread, he shoot crap. 100,000 pop, losing. Shit. Listen to me, losing. The Nick Polish crew, this we had to do Western Union. Put that motherfucking money, blah, blah, blah. Send more money through Western Union. Then you got every bond Zip out of New York. You know, Zip was connected with the Puffy Combs case. But Zip was my crew before Puffy, Jay-Z, all them were kids when we was coming up. So I tell people this story all the time, whether they want to believe it or not. See, we used to throw the cold parties in New York City, mink coats and the Maury's and all that stuff. And Jay-Z, the puffy cone, used to see how we lived. So on my 35th birthday party, I hired Jay-Z to open up, do my birthday party. He was late. And I told my guy, he said, she can't hear it. Oh, you know, it's cocky. The fuck them niggas, they late, dog. Talk to my niggas and shit. So Frankie B, shout out to Frankie B. He said, right here, let this nigga perform. And Jay-Z went up in a motherfucking thing and said, oh, dead president? Motherfucking audience lost their mind. And after the show, I took a knot, took the rubber band off, and I gave him 15 more minutes. So thank you. When the nigga blew up, they took me on the Hard Knock Life tour. And then on the Hard Knock Life tour, we get to New Orleans, and a young man walks up on me because he saw me in New Jersey Drive. And he said, yo, what up, boy? He said, my name is David from Casper Millionaire. He said, my artist got this song out right now called Back That Ass Up. We're about to do this movie called Ball Block. I want you to play pop. Get it off, they threw me down. And this one, baby, didn't give a fuck about money. You know, this nigga carried millions with him in the, you know. So we in the trail, he come to damn. Just how much I owe you all? I said, the whole motherfucking bag, man.
Fuck that, give me your credit card.
Exactly. So this is before Bentley's, this is when Bentley's first came out. Right. So Baby took care of his crew, the whole city. He was hanging with us. And we go down on Bourbon Street and Baby giving everybody shopping. And me and Ron Bird, you ever know Ron Bird? He does production on every tour that goes out on this motherfucker. And it's like a Bentley car dealership. They bought like 5 motherfucking Bentleys at one time. Because we got a concert that night at the House of Blues. So me and Ron Bird there, and next thing he said, yo, don't look, you know, you like a kid. Don't you think the nigga might buy you a car because he's feeling a certain way? Yeah. He said, you look at him, let's get us something. You know, we didn't get it though, but it still was funny. And we drove up that motherfucking parking lot, brand new.
You know how to,
motherfucking Bentley, dog. Zooming down to House of Blues.
what season would I give you for this?
How was the shit in the
I wanted to taste more authentic.
Never no more. Yeah.
What is that?
I'm talking about during that time.
Teriyaki?
When I did that thing,
Oh, make some
I
sauce.
was cursing everybody out.
Well,
You gonna make the sauce when I cook it?
Or you want to use soy sauce? Soy sauce always make it taste like teriyaki.
I just wanted it to taste more authentic.
And the people came out to watch. It was like a small stadium. Right.
I can make some for you. I can make some.
Like a god in New Orleans. I was walking down the street one day in New Orleans, and a homeless lady, and we made eye contact. Walked around the corner. She started running. She said, excuse me. I said, yes. She said, can I have your autograph? I said, who do you think I am? She said, Ball or Block it. Shit was classic, dog.
Yeah. Rich history. Rich history. Like, do you have a favorite thing that you've done thus far? Like, that has been most gratifying to you? Of all the things that you've done, if you had to say, man, this has been the most beneficial and most gratifying, would you be able to say what that was?
Yeah, I can say that. Just found that out this week. Believe it or not. Me and Mike Epps were sitting in the dressing room talking. And he has paved the way for a lot of his friends who got out of prison. And he has programs in Indianapolis that he does to help people. And I think about me changing his life, changed so many other people's lives. And that's a domino effect. And I sat there and I really had to thank God because you don't see the surface of things, right? You don't know how deep this goes. And when I left, I was like, you have no idea how deep you have changed people's lives. And when I see these guys, he buying getting attorneys for their friends because he has the money, the means to help them. And that comes down to having money. You can have love for somebody, but your money, right? You can't save you. And he changed their lives, and it felt good. Even with TC, TC worked for me before he worked for Mike.
Shout out to TC.
Yeah, shout out to TC. Yeah, TC was my guy. And I put them two together.
And you remember your first piece of big legal money?
I had money.
Not legal. And now the shit you got off
Yeah.
Shit, your name on your check.
It's your I was getting money like around 17. Like around 17.
Comedy money.
Yeah. But see, you didn't take it here.
Claude Code is an agentic coding tool that understands your code base, edits your files, runs commands, and integrates with your existing developer tools to help you get things done fast.
When you start your first Godot project, it's probably just a single screen. Then that screen turns into a room, that room turns into a level, and then suddenly, where does the main menu go? What about the HUD? Should the level create the flavor? Who handles the pricing? How does scenes change? One of the most important things you can do for your project is set up a solid foundation before it starts growing in every direction. I spent a decade programming software for the aerospace industry, and now I make games. I don't claim to know everything, but I have learned the hard way what happens when you code first and plan later. This video is the start of a series where we build towards a full vertical slice of a game, covering the vital setup steps, major systems, reusable components, and most importantly, the thought process behind each design decision. By the end, we'll have more than a working demo. We'll understand how it works, why it works, and have the confidence to continue growing the game from there. This is the prototype of the general theme I'd like to aim for. Top-down pixel art with lighting, subtle shaders, and eventually a UI, pause menu, debug menu, and actual gameplay systems. But if the project underneath this is just one level scene with everything shoved inside, then every new feature makes the whole thing harder to change. So in this video, we're going through the setup steps and building the structure underneath it, a foundation that can support the entire game. First up is probably the most impactful decision that needs to be made. And I'm hoping you all can help me with this one. We need to decide what kind of game we're going to make. I know, real groundbreaking stuff. But we should really know at the start if we're building an online PvP, EVP, MMO with crafting and looting, a top-down RPG, or a side-scroller. All joking aside, this does change how we reason about the project. So let me know in the comments what direction you'd like to see this game go in. A more traditional RPG or something more action-based. It's all up to you guys. But within reason, we're not doing an MMO, okay? Let's not get crazy. So where were we? I've also opened up a Discord for anyone following the series or just interested in discussing Godot architecture. Check out the link below if you'd like to join. The next important step is to determine an art style. For this series, I'm aiming for a top-down pixel art game with some modern touches. Lighting, glow, shaders, smooth camera movement, and eventually a higher resolution UI. That visual style affects some vital project settings, and pixel scaling is absolutely its own rabbit hole, which unfortunately would turn this entire video into a camera and rendering deep dive. That will come soon, but the important point for now is this. For this project, we're using canvas item stretch mode. That allows us to build around the pixel art base resolution while still allowing for modern effects and smooth camera. The other common option is viewport, which renders the whole game at a low resolution first and then scales the final image up. This is perfect for true retro style, but it also forces those modern effects to inherit the low resolution as well. Now that we know what we're making, the next decision is where everything should live. Unfortunately, there's no perfect one-size-fits-all folder structure that works for every Godot project. A quick search for best Godot folder structure will give you a different result on every page. And many people have strong feelings about this, so I'm not going to pretend that this is a singular, perfect way to organize a project. But I think most people agree that the name should be clear, descriptive, and consistent. Whenever I create a file, I should know where it goes without having to stop to think about it. If I'm making a scene, I shouldn't be asking myself, does this belong in components? Or is it an effect? Oh, it's part of a level, should it go in there? Or is it a tool? It's hard to look back on old projects. It's fine, it doesn't bother me, it Doesn't bother me. It bothers me. It bothers me a lot. Alright, so the first project doesn't have to be perfect. But let's go over the folder structure I use now. To start, I prefer to separate raw assets from source. So I create an assets folder for the raw art, textures, and audio. Then I create a source folder for the actual game scripts, scenes, and resources. Inside of source, I separate things like core for the main game scene, auto loads, and high-level systems, data for resources and definitions, gameplay for the player, enemies, NPC, components, and mechanics, levels for levels, scenery, and level-specific objects, shaders, because it's nice to keep those easy to find, UI for HUD's menus and pause sections, and debug for anything strictly used for debugging that should not accidentally become part of the final game. This exact setup is not sacrosanct. The important part is to have a clear mental map that works for you and makes sense to anyone joining the project later. The folders only solve where the files go. The bigger problem is deciding what those files are actually responsible for. So before we start building the main game scene, we need to decide what each major scene owns. When a project gets messy, it usually doesn't happen all at once. The technical debt creeps in as the project grows, especially if ownership is never clear. The main game scene, level scenes, player, HUD, and pause menu all own certain things, and they need to communicate within and outside of their own scenes. If we don't decide those ownership boundaries early, every scene slowly starts talking to every other scene. And then it becomes obvious why it's called spaghetti code. So here's the basic structure I like to use. The main game scene is the application root. It is a scene we set as the main scene that loads when the project runs. It creates and owns the major layer structure. It provides roots for the world, HUD, pause menu, transitions, and debug overlay. It initializes high-level systems and coordinates scene transitions. The important distinction is that main game is a coordinator. It coordinates the big pieces without micromanaging the entire game. That boundary is what keeps it from slowly turning into a God object. The level scene owns level local objects. That includes the geometry, tile map layers, backgrounds, environment settings, spawn points, enemy placement, and any other data that belongs to that specific level. Notably, in this setup, the level does not own the player scene. Instead, it exposes markers where the player can spawn. That helps decouple the level from all the baggage that comes with creating the player. The level doesn't need to know which player scene to instantiate, how to connect that player to the camera, or how the HUD gets updated. The level just needs to be a level. This does create a bit of an issue when it comes to testing, but having to deal with that is a better solution than making every level have to boot basically the entire game. So let's put a pin in that. That's going to require a full video, which will be coming soon. We have everything we need.
Arby's pecan chicken salad sandwich, made by hand, eaten by mouth.
Get bronze in the French Riviera. New Louis Bronze Lipstick Soda. I'm worth it.
Don't sweat the technique.
When kids start making money, Chase has expert bankers and smart tools to help them manage it.
Wow, now that's a first deposit. Get your account open.
Chase, make more of what's yours.
DistroKid is the easiest way to put out music. See, DistroKid makes it so easy to get your music on all of the streaming platforms.
Instagram, Apple, TikTok, Shazam.
I just don't think that we give DistroKid enough credit for what they do.
I'm getting major label services at indie artist prices.
And they never take a cut of your royalties.
Okay.
We need to set up the main game node structure. Now that we know what everything is supposed to do, it's time to put the scene together. The design philosophy here is simple. Main game provides stable containers. Those containers act as root points where the correct scenes can be loaded. First, I have a systems node. We haven't implemented the high-level systems yet, so right now this is mostly a placeholder. But having a defined place for the systems early means we are not scattering managers randomly across the tree later. Next is the world, which is a node C containing the actual in-game world. This should move with the camera, use world coordinates, and contain the level, gameplay objects, and effects. Inside the world, I separate things into roots. The current level gets loaded into the level root. Players, enemies, NPCs, pickups, and other active objects go into the entity root. And temporary visual effects can live in the effect root. When I first separated entities into their own root, I was not sure if I would like it. but it actually makes a huge difference compared to spawning everything deep inside the level. When running in debug, I can clearly see every active entity currently in the scene tree, instead of digging through several layers of level sections. The remaining layers are UI nodes under separate canvas layers. This keeps them separate from the world transform and allows us to define which layer is drawn above the others. The world is effectively at layer 0, the HUD is above the world, pause is above the HUD, transition covers the normal game layers, and debug goes on top of that. I like leaving gaps between the layer values because there's always a chance I'm going to have to squeeze something in later. So now we have a scene tree that looks organized. But there is a potential trap here. A clean tree does not automatically mean the game behaves correctly when paused, loading, or transitioning. Speaking of pausing, before we move on, I have one quick channel update. Memberships are now open. Members get early access to videos along with member-only posts and polls where you can help shape future content. I may also occasionally do some bonus videos or member-only streams. Speaking of, I'm also planning to start streaming soon, so keep an eye out for that. Membership directly supports the channel and helps me spend more time making these videos and hopefully get them out a little faster. If you'd like to
show my
channel,
dog,
more involved,
you know.
You can click join below to see the membership options. Alright,
You
now
gonna
let's
watch
get back to
your
scene tree
stream
pausing.
now?
In Godot, every node has a process mode that controls whether it runs when the scene tree is paused. By default, nodes inherit their process modes. So if the option is never touched, pausing the scene tree can pause basically everything. This is something that gave me some trouble when designing room transitions in my first project. The whole scene needed to pause during the transition, but some processing still had to continue in order to move the camera and, even more importantly, to unpause. So for this project, we want to set the process modes intentionally. Main game should, of course, always be running. The world should be pausable. The HUD can be pausable for now, though that might change later. Pause layer better be able to process when paused. Transition should always process, and debug should always process. The exact settings are not carved into stone, and may change later based on what we end up doing with the layers, but it's something we don't want to forget about while we're developing the game. If we have an elaborate animated pause menu, we don't want to be taking away processing resources from the game while it's not being shown. More importantly, we do not want to halt important processing due to pausing the scene tree. And at this point, we have our foundation set up in the editor. Time to set up the script to actually use it. We're going to keep the main game script relatively simple because the game currently only has a test level and a player. It doesn't need to be fancy on day one. As the game grows, most of this logic may move into systems or managers, but keeping it in the script works as a baseline. I'll start by dragging in the scenes for the player in the test level, but all I want is a UID string, so I'll remove this preload here. Then I want to grab references to our root nodes as onReady variables. This can be done in the editor by dragging them, and holding Control will automatically format them. I'm adding the UI root nodes as well, but today we're only going to focus on the player and the level. So let's start off with the player. We'll add a function call in the ready function to initialize the player. The function itself loads the packed scene resource, instantiates the scene into the player variable, then adds it as a child of the entity root. We perform these same safety checks here in the load level function, so I'll explain those more in detail in a little bit. Note that since main game is our coordinator, it creates and adds the player, but it does not control any of the player's behavior. That will happen in the player scene. Next, we create a load level function. This becomes the stable place where level changes are requested. If the main menu starts the game, it calls load level. If the player walks into a cave and changes zones, that also calls load level. The implementation is simple right now, but the caller doesn't need to care. Later, this function can grow into fades, loading screens, threaded loading, or whatever transition system we need, without changing every scene that uses it. For the current version, the flow is simple. We defer the level change so it happens during the idle frame. If there's already a level loaded, we call queue_free. Then we allow the frame to process so the old level can clean up. After that, we load the new scene, instantiate it as a base level, and add it to the level root. By casting it as base level, we get a simple safety check. If the scene is not actually a level, the current level stays null, and we know something is wrong. We performed the same check on the player earlier. The last piece is to place the player at the level spawn position and set up the camera. This is where the earlier responsibility split pays off. The level exposes the spawn point, and the main game moves the player there. Then the main game connects the camera. Now the level is loaded, and the player is in it. No copy link to the description as well. No pressure. Watching, commenting, and subscribing is already a huge help. But either way, I'm really excited about what's coming next. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.
So I have a problem. I waste way too much time scrolling on my phone. My neighbors look like you. Your neighbors look like me. Wow, this guy's pretty good. Constantly scrolling, playing games, and giving my data away to billionaires for free. Thanks to my new sponsors over at Free Cash, I can actually play games on my phone and get paid real money. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is one of those standard casino games that promises to make you a millionaire. And trust me, I thought that. But Free Cash is different. They have a 4.8 star rating on Trustpilot with over 200,000 reviews. This is a real platform that has paid out over $60 million to its users. So yes, it's legitimate. I have actually downloaded this and tried it myself because I cannot pitch something that I have not done first. Now here's how it works. You sign up through my link or on the QR code on the screen, and you automatically get a $10 bonus just for playing your first game. Then Free Cash tells you what games to play, what surveys to take, and what apps to try, and then they just pay you for doing it. I personally have been playing Rise of Kingdoms, and let me just be transparent on how they're able to pay you. Companies need real people to test their games, take their surveys, try their apps, and tell them what works. Free Cash connects you to those companies and cuts you in. You're already giving social media pictures of your kids for free. You might as well get paid and tell them if you like a pair of sunglasses or not. And look, I'm not going to lie to you, this is not going to make you rich. But I've been using it, I cashed out, and I got paid more than most battle rappers get paid for battles. Full disclosure though, most battle rappers don't get paid. You can withdraw starting at just $25, and they have multiple ways to cash out. The link is at the top of the description. This has been a paid partnership with Free Cash. Now, enjoy the battle.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I've battled blacks, whites, Mexicans, so in the end, I done beat them, and I ran through all races. I done been top tier, super top tier, God tier, literally been through all phases. I take one fucking sick day and get told I'm a cancer on all stages. Do you know what it's like for your own people to go against you? No. How that type of shit See? Do you know what it's like for your own people to go against you? What that type of shit can do to your mental? All because you unprepared to beat the niggas that is prepared, but yet you get looked at as potential. The irony, I was number one with freestyle and led me to be number two without using a pencil. Imagine building a foundation from the ground up like a family tree, and then the family start rooting against you. So I apologize to my real fans if I stand off a bit. I've been going through a lot. So apologize if I say keep your hands off of clips. Because 1 minute I could rap about a fucking tree, then I just branch off this shit. Come on. What else happened? All I'm doing right now is just planting the seed. The shit you gotta do from the start. Because I don't think battle rappers really run to the trunk. You just care about how we bark. So out the gate. So out the gate. This the part where I start sparking the three. Right under this white boy neck is with a lark and a bee. Blood on my Timberlands turned it into a design. That's just the Harlem in me. Adam's apple hit the floor. I'm talking as hard as can be. Right next to the Timberlands so the apple ain't fall too far. I'm on some different shit. We know, we hear you. Hold it down, hold it down. We hear you. Hold it down. I'm on some different shit. Y'all still gonna get simple clips, but I'm so fucking amazing. I can make some regular tree shit sound intricate. Go. I'm nice with that 30-30 on me, huh? Wanna know how I got great with the extended clip? And it goes back to the family tree, because that's what Granny used to send me to get the switch. Yeah. Speaking of grannies, I heard your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother. I heard what she about. My great-great-great-great-granddaddy told me she liked Negroes with the cutoff jeans and the knee out. She used to free the slaves for 5 minutes, take them to the back of the crib, and suck 3 out. He said she used to catch the kids climbing up the wood and catch them like a treehouse. That's what she about. And I don't give a fuck if you got funny. All you do is crack jokes on black people about the shit we go through. And it's not funny. You want to know what's not funny? Most of us is going through oppression. You know what's not funny? Half of this damn crowd is going through depression. You know what's not funny? 2 of my cousins died and I was stressing. You know what's not funny? When you order a salad and they only got blue cheese for the dressing. I just wanted to do it. Boy, I'ma hurt you. The only battle rapper who could spit some regular shit in the middle of a round and call it a commercial. That's me, bitch. Their name is T-Top. Well, speaking of T-Top, let's get back to this tree shit. I'm dangerous. And ain't too many white people can bang with us. Biggie already told you, you and your people smoking meth and smoking angel dust. Why the fuck you keep rapping about a tree? This might stump you. That boy keep playing a game with us. Y'all know why I keep rapping about a tree? To let white people know they can't hang with us. Hold it down. Live in the middle of... Hold it down. Live in the middle of my round. From my ancestors, I unload the pound. Malcolm in heaven ducking by any means, because he know the sound. Martin on the balcony like Charlie, you gotta hold it down. I will put your wife in a tub, man, and I hope she drowned. Sojourner know the truth. I used to take the bus when I would go to town. Now I stand at ballet, tell them to park and bring the rolls around. I'm a fucking general. I will aim and put 2 in your colon bell. If you don't know your black history, nigga, put you going down. I'm the motherfucking GOAT. And sometimes, my bad, sometimes this shit is a game to me. A white man standing in a room full of black people, I salute your bravery. But you's a fucking cameraman, nigga. I tell you what to do, so don't play with me. Hey, Grandma, I got him working for me. I finally reversed slavery.
You have an excuse every time a battle gets locked. And life But for clips, life happens a lot. TV calling league owners like, yo, man, I got some issues. Guess which room I'm in? Here's a hint. It's not the venue. We could have marked him outside. This Harlem King dies. They'll see your crown next to the road like a Charlotte Street sign. I told Clips to show up and don't play with my patients, or you gonna no-show the hospital. You won't be able to make it. His style is basic. With Clips, there's a trend. He'll let us with the sob story, so we give him the win. He'll be like, man, hacker stole my money, so my digital slam. Of course your credit card was hacked. You have a predictable PIN. But who cares? But guys, who cares if he freestyles all of his verses? Charlie is perfect. His girl says that he beats her. I'm like, shh, she probably deserves it. I'm on your side. We love the fact that you're fat. It just adds to your personality. People gravitate towards you. But that's because of, gravity. Likability is your superpower. You always grab the room. The most viewed battle rapper, man. I thought that was cool. Kids watched you on Wildin' Out for hours after school. Plus, J. Cole named his last album after you. You used to be the man. Plus, J. Cole named his last album after you. You used to be the man. We're leaving those names behind. The same 8 9 Clips. Don't waste your time. You came all this way to my home state to die. But I hit different in Carolina, like Bojangles fries. It has to slow it down. Hitman's gonna remix. Charlie walks in and does a whole nother scheme. Homie, we get it. You don't gotta reword lines. Our patience, 0. We caught it the first time, and we agreed that it was whack. We didn't ask you to bring it back. Tony Soprano, the original scheme was trash. When you battled QB, you said, I can tell you're about to lie. But like the plane on 9/11, that's not about to fly. I don't know how to tell you this, Clips, but that plane flew. Somehow he missed it. I mean, you're from New York. You didn't notice the skyline seemed different? The crazy part is those terrorists were so mean with it, they brought a second plane back and
That shit was all lame. I didn't even that shit so took too long to hit.
You didn't notice the skyline seemed different? The crazy part is the terrorists were so mean with it, they brought a second plane back and did a whole nother scheme. Guess which room I hit? Psych, I fly. Weak writing like that is the reason the sport sucks. You're not a trailblazer, Clips. You just found the shortcut. We ain't seen 3 full rounds that you rap through yet. You just be throwing in the towel like a bathroom set. The way you're rhyming, it ain't exciting. It's voice to text. It's Lazy writing. I inspired all my peers to keep grinding in promo. You inspired all your peers to freestyle and no-show. Like Top. Top. You're my guy. But the more you've been around this dude, you've been showing up to 3-rounders where you've only written 2. You'd admit that this is true. I know you think that Cliff is cool. You need to stop hanging around him, okay? Charlie is a bad influence on you, okay? Stay away from my friend. Bro, I bet you pretty soon, Smack will get you out of the league. You'll be back here in Charlotte freaking battling me. Like, remember when you're battling police and I stood out for you? Yeah, sometimes you need your white friends to look out for you. I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need you to lock in. You gotta work now. Don't rely on freestyles till you got the words down. I'm gonna be watching you versus Jazz. And if you don't body her now, I'm gonna start going off top like one of Charlie's 3rd round.
Big moves, even bigger protection. Huggies Little Movers with double grip strips.
Ensure your small business with expert guidance, online or over the phone. With Fiverr.
When the world gathers for big moments, they turn to YouTube. Your business can be part of the action, from the small screen to the big one. Find new customers where the world is watching with Google Ads. Choose from thousands of realistic voices to use in your content. Change the way you report podcasts, voiceovers, and branded content with the #1 AI-powered voice-generating technology. Stop searching for the perfect voice and stop wasting time re-recording take after take. Try 11 Labs for free and start elevating your content today.
T-Top, are you black or white? I'm black. Because you showed a lot of assistance in these verses. That round was so fucking crazy. I ain't gonna lie, if you ain't miss it, it was worth it. This shit is so crazy to me. Good thing I could freestyle with the assistant and I'm perfect. I don't know about both and fries. Where I'm from, we was pack biscuits in the church. When you said why would you bring up 9/11 to a nigga from New York? That fucking line hit a light switch. My nigga, do you know what it's like for people who lost their lives working in that building in the night shift? My nigga, when that plane shit happened, you think it was terrorists. And right there, it wasn't the right shit. Because where I'm from, when we call 911, your father show up with a nightstick. Let's talk about it. I apologize if that was too plain. But if I'm crazy freestyling off the top, then who's saying? I said, yo, what in your white fucking mind that you could come in here and fuck with clips? I would create a spirit bomb from my ancestors and tell you suck a dick. I upper blink. Please don't hit me with the cannon. You know I fuck with niggas. Nigga, love don't cost a thing. And this cannon here will slump your bitch. You think wildin' out is a fucking joke? till I pull up and I roast him. I catch him at his family reunion, then I'ma ghost him. Walk up on a newborn baby like, when I approach him. I'ma pick up and kill it, then throw that shit in the ocean. Cause you dealing with a... And then punch his father in the face cause he a weak male. When it's beef, we keep the deuce in the bushes like Ezel. Speaking of Friday, look at this nigga. Here go the details. He's so bitch-made, if I slap him, crack the screen, that's a female. What you want, white boy? I got meth, I got coke, and got dope for the retail. Nigga walked past my trap house and said, y'all won't prevail. I looked at that nigga and said, Yahoo, like an email. A faggot nigga that put his hard in me. You a Gmail. I looked at that nigga and said Yahoo, like an email. A faggot nigga that put his login in. You a Gmail. You a fucking punk. You think you better than me, you must be fucking drunk. I will take you to the roof, and if you even lean on me, I make you fucking drunk. You got 2 houses, but I'm in your first crib with the fucking pump. And bet the metal knock him to his second place like a runner-up. That's so fucking tough. Word to Freddy Krueger hands, I get the cutting up. Shot so many bullets. Word to Freddy Krueger hands, I get the cutting up. So many bullets, old Red jumped in front of my calico and said, you... I said, I bet $100 with this shotgun, I could run them up. And I put that on Joe Budden's only hit record. I will pump it up. You see the crowd? Do you hear the crowd? Hold it down. You see how I gotta try to calm the crowd down? They get hyped whenever I do this rapping shit. And my niggas, like a gun when the safety is off, they writing back of clips. That last line might have went over your head, though. It was immaculate. I'm suited for war with the blazer, and I won't slack a bit. Ty what, white boy? You can't beat me. I'm too passionate to scratch that. I'd rather tell him about my little rapping chick. How I had to kick out the crib for my white broad because she an activist. Got on one knee and I told her, this for Kaepernick. I say, do you see I gotta calm the crowd down? Because they all get crazy whenever I do this rapping shit. My squad like the gun when the safety is off. They writing back of clips. That last line might have went over your head, though. It's too immaculate. I'm suited for war with the blazer and won't slack a bit. Ty what, white boy? You can't beat me. I'm too passionate, but scratch that. I'd rather tell you about my little rapping chick. How I had to kick her out the crib for my white broad. She an activist. I made her get on one knee and told her that's for Kaepernick. Now, y'all ain't go kind of crazy for that line, but I knew it wasn't hella strong. But what crazy is, I mentioned Kaepernick and fucked her with a gold helmet on. I hopped around the room with the bitch and got my Melvin on. and got it. I hopped around with the bitch and got my Melvin on. It's crazy how I'm heaven sent, but sometimes I'm hella wrong. AK full of Titanic movies, the bullets hella long. BB gun still hit hard, nigga them counted strong. Hit him in a silk shirt, he gonna leave with some velvet on. Out the gate, he's the cameraman, so he might switch the angles. You can tell he a bitch. For 2 reasons, he always rolling his eyes and his hands on his hips. Do your thing, white boy. Lying, I'm speak Spanish.
That 2-plane rebuttal was fire. So now we gotta check you for tripping. 9/11. You're about to see clips jet through the building. I thought that would land. Y'all are feeling it? All right, cool. At this point, it's just getting corny. Let's forget about 9/11. Let me take you through a different story. So you remember when? Let me take you through a different story. Yo, remember when Rex was calling your dad a rat? And it started pressing you, and you could have kept your cool, but it started affecting you. You said my pops was a snitch. Yeah, I confess it's true. But my mom was the real gangster in my family. Bro, you're gonna get her arrested too. Stop. You're gonna get her arrested too. Stop talking about it. Bro, you are. Yeah, I bet you will. Yeah, of course, yeah, bro, what was the one that I said? It was, yes, you get arrested. It's shocking. Thank you. It was shocking but true. You try to lessen his bid. Your pops is playing matchmaker, trying to set up his friends, and he's still got 100 years. You don't think that seems wild? They gave life to a rat like a scene from the Green Mile? Bro, I've seen the police file. I have seen the police file. It's barely making sense. Your pops told everybody, prepared them all a list, and he still got a life sentence. Like, how embarrassing is this? Your pops isn't just a failure as a gangster, bro, he's a failure as a snitch. Like, what snitch was the life sentence? Imagine snitching to the cops, hoping they let you leave. You get caught with an ounce of weed, so you talk to a deputy. He's like, I want to know who sold this to you. And if you feel like helping me, I'll get rid of this misdemeanor and let you off with a felony. Like, bro, your pop was selling drugs, and you saw him as a leader. So you thought you'd be good at playing cards because your daddy was a dealer? But the deck is stacked against you. He should have told you not to play. When your pops got dealt a bad hand, that man folded right away. But Charlie is a philanthropist. Y'all know he's a hero. He's going to donate all his money tonight to our local casino. Okay? This man cannot stop gambling. Seriously, he's obsessed. He joined a protest against China because he heard him scream, "Free Tibet." You used to like protest against China because he heard him scream, "Free Tibet." You used to like the rush. You come in and try your luck. Now your life's a slot machine and nothing is lining up. You had to get a second mortgage. Because you gambled all your rent. You took out a loan against your house, but the house always wins. Now, whenever you battle the white guy, you start painting this narrative about how we're somehow responsible for this pain you've inherited. Or you lost all your money at the casino. And okay, that's embarrassing, but don't blame the white man. Blame the Native Americans. I mean, how many bags have we seen Bro fumble? You be going out sad, like an emo couple. His ego's crumbled. He's going out sad like an emo couple. His ego's crumbled. We've seen it get. Now you're a washed up legend, like the city of Atlantis. Now he's broke on food stamps and EBT. He'll place a bet on the corner, like BET. See, 10 years in this game, and you'll never see me beat. I've never been to Pottsville, but my career's on Easy Street. See, I make bread. I make bread. You eat bread. You are heavyset, bro. I became my own boss while you let yourself go. You could be getting paid like Hitman, but you made this hard life. You went half the sports. You just played your cards, Carolina.
Everything makes it crazy easy for me to upload music wherever I am. I don't need to be at a studio. I don't need to be at a desk. My stats uploads everything. I can check right here on my phone on my mobile app.
I just uploaded a song on DistroKid from the skate park. Just like that, my music is ready to stream on all platforms. DistroKid makes it crazy easy to upload music wherever I am. This is what freedom looks like for artists. I can use DistroKid anywhere to get my music streaming everywhere.
They paid me to kill you, but I need more to find you. Chill. She getting on us. Chill, They got me going against a plain record nigga that's more than that. So I freestyle in winning this battle low key, even though you got Thor behind you. You said I'm going outside like an emo couple? I can't knock your hustle. But good thing for me, I got the muscle. And I'm a black, you and your bitch eyes, and y'all gonna go out like a gothic couple. Let's get it
That's the same.
Hey, I seen that battle you had against your solo. I ain't gonna lie, it was beautiful. Shit looked like White Men Can't Jump. The musical. You really think black people ain't that smart, huh? I seen that little move when you tried confusing dude, but luckily for you, my whole life has been a Rubik's Cube. They giving out Ricos like it's water. So I have never been in a gang, brother. But in my hood, it was Bloods, Crips, and Latin Kings. My block always used to change colors. A white man like you stepping on the block, he wouldn't dare. You so nice with a Rubik's Cube, I know why, because you a square. What you know about putting a box fan inside the window when it's getting hot? Playing hide and go seek with your favorite bitch at 14, but found out she got the chicken pox. Still up. I got a question for you, Anderson. Are you gonna lift the Glock? What are you gonna do if this big man right here is getting shot? Ain't you the man with a Rubik's Cube? So rule number one is you gotta spin the block. Let's switch. Rule number one when you got a Rubik's Cube is you gotta spin the block. Let's switch the plot. Why the fuck is all these black battle rappers becoming scared of you? I am literally tied in this battle and I honestly didn't even prepare for you. If you rap about that chick who said I made, oh, I'm raising hell, man, then I'm airing. And if these bullets hit your whip and you happen to survive, it's a miracle. Black people pay attention, because everything I say is valid. Mayo, raising hell, man, that's the shit that ain't pretending. Hold up! Y'all know what? I'm so motherfucking mean! Let's bring that white fool back! Hey, white boy, I'm a rapper! So that means late night studio sessions made me into a snacker. The nigga Nick tried to get us to eat M&M's, but I came back to battle rap and decided chewing a cracker. I heard you got a bad bitch, I'ma take her to the Ritz. And what I'ma do to her, Lord, invite my niggas is just one cracker and a bunch of meat. Look like a charcuterie board. Nigga, you think you... Nigga, we went in the train, stupid. Nigga, yo... Nigga, your face... Nigga, your face look punchable. You a sweet cracker like a Dunkaroo. Yeah, you think you got the juice, but Your bitch said you ain't packing that much meat. You like a Lunchable. I got a white shooter too. Yeah, he gonna look out. Why you get mad, Anderson? Relax, the judge gonna throw the book out. If I put my white boy and your white boy, my white boy gonna bring the hook out. He gonna season that nigga grill so bad, we gonna invite him to the door. Do you see how he's getting fucking mad right now? That mean he hearing this shit. A simple nigga whipping his ass with no lyrical shit. Why you get mad? Because I'm talking about white people food and mayonnaise. You acting like it's some spiritual shit. When your ancestors the one who put the whip in lyrical whip. Hold on. Just in. Hello? Just in. Hold it down. My bad, y'all. Okay, cool. I just got a chilling fact. After this next situation, your career might not be still intact. I notice what you do. Go against niggas and you go crazy and bring that feeling back. Battle your own like Sharon and that nigga had your muffin peeling black. Oh, so you like your ancestors. You specialize in killing. So the white man is the white man, but the white man can't kill a white man. Give me a Bible, I put that on my right hand. I remember when I told the nigga in Canada, you hit us like a Sprite can. I will shoot you in your throat looking like me. You know what it looked like? It looked like you prayed to a gay lord. You're not even number 3 when it comes to white. First is smack and A-ward. I got the little white man in his head, like, start smacking A-ward. I made you smile. Shit, that took a while. Because usually when you smile, it's at school when you're looking at a child. You's a fucking... You got a pedophile face. In his files, he got a pedophile case. Even if he don't touch a kid, he got a pedophile face. Okay. Listen. Your name is Anderson Burris. I should hit you with bullets. I don't quite get you 1 million views because you and T-Top did some funny shit and ain't pay me for you to get the footage. That's okay. I understand you and Top might be in a relationship. And I realize y'all put the footage together because both of y'all is hating clips. You was earlier said give you 3 of them things. Like Chef Trez on an album with Drake and shit. You peep what I said? Ain't no reason for you to think and shit. Because Anderson gonna be bringing my numbers down on some Matrix. Man, Mr. Anderson. Anderson bringing my numbers down on some Matrix shit. Mr. Anderson. With Morpheus glasses, you couldn't see the man. Ain't no reason for you to talk to me, Neo, because I'm going to pop a pill with even him. Talking about my pops is around. Nah, he won't leave a skin. That's him, that's not me. I think this round is complete. Slow it down, stupid. I'm not a conceited fan. Don't you ever talk when I talk. Don't you ever try to walk when I walk. I will stab you in your fucking back of your neck with a fork. I will put you out in your own language. You fucking motherfucker, you're a dork.
He trying to make him
champagne in your
mad.
mother pussy and then pop it like a cork.
He trying to make him mad.
Why do you niggas always kill your brother? Why, when you come home late, you always get mad at your mother? Mom, get the fuck out of my room. Chill, son, all I want is the broom. Look at you pacing and moving. I can tell you need a stroom. Your name is Anderson, you can never be a boom. I'm cool with you. He won't do that. Now, I know you probably think he wildin'. Since he got the footage and hate me freestyling, I ended my round with freestyling. So everybody in the building know if you got love and got fuck with clips, but since this your footage, don't edit this out. Nigga, suck a dick.
Working.